Hi folks. So yesterday we started the process of tanning a beaver pelt that I was fortunate enough to get off of a local trapper, and today we're going to continue the process of this home tanning. Again, I've never done this before and I'm not quite sure it's going to work out as well as I'd like, but you don't know until you try. So in the earlier post that I made yesterday, which I actually took pictures of, and I figured maybe a video was the better option, I showed you the picture of the bottle of this this home tanning stuff that I got from Trans-Canada Trapline. It was $13 a bottle. It says it's supposed to work pretty good. We're going to find out, but we're still a little bit away from that process of actually applying the solution. So what I've got here, again, is the pelt. And I must say I am fortunate to live up here in northwestern Ontario, to have local trappers walking around town where you can secure pelts from for a very, very low price. I actually was able to secure this pelt for around $20. And it's a fair sized beaver pelt. So that's pretty cool. So what we're going to do now, again, yesterday what we had done was soak the hide till it was just supple enough to work with. Once we had that done, we ended up taking just regular table salt and applying it into the hide, working it in really good on the flesh side. So now let's unravel this. Now this, as per the directions on the bottle, this has been 24 hours curing with this salt. So what I did was I salted the flesh side. Then I folded it over skin on skin, or flesh on flesh, and then once that was folded over once, I ended up just rolling it up as per the directions again. So let's see what we've got here. Just gonna put that down for a second. There we go. So I hope everybody can see this at home. Okay. Now what I've got here feels a lot softer than it did yesterday. Again, we're trying to make a nice leather out of this, very soft and supple. And when the beaver was on the drying hoop, it obviously dries very brittle, actually. I'll show you. I have another one here. I'll just kind of show you. Just gonna grab this. So this is a dried pelt here, and you can hear it making that noise. Beautiful beaver fur. Now this is freshly dried, hasn't cured at all. You've just taken the flesh off of it, but you can hear it. It's pretty brittle. Now our hide here that we're salting, I'm just going to get some gloves on here. Lots of these disposable gloves. That's what I recommend for a project like this. They never go on very easy. Okay, so as you can see with this guy now, you don't really hear anything. You're just hearing the salt move. But it's really soft. What I'm going to do right now, again, I'm just following the directions. I'm no expert on this, but I'm just going to start to bang off this salt here. I'll just take my hands now and start trying to rub it all off, scrape it all off. Come around here. Now the directions say to do a second application of salt. So I'm just going to try and get all this stuff off, or not all of it, but as best as I can anyways. And you can see already, or hear, makes no noise. Very, very soft. Alright, so what I'm going to do now, just going to come over here. I'll just lay my pelt down. And we need to do a second application of salt. I recommend doing quite a bit. I'm not sure what the exact measurement is, but I figure better or more is probably better than less for something like this. The directions didn't really say how much salt to use, it just said a generous amount. So now all I'm going to do here is just work this right in. Just like so. Into the whole pelt. Now, there's obviously some salt getting into the fur. I don't know what that's going to do. We're going to find out. I'm hoping it's not going to destroy the fur. That's why I'm only doing this first test run with just the one pelt. I'll save my second one in case this way doesn't work, and then I can look at other methods. A lot of people will just take these furs, they'll send them away to commercial tanneries, but I kind of like trying this on my own. I want to make a pair of mitts, a few pairs of mitts actually, and I'm hoping that these beavers are going to supply me with the fur to do so. So I'm just working this in really good. Now down here, along the sides, it's very, very soft. Up here it's a little more brittle. It's not brittle like the dried beaver, but it's harder. I'm not sure if everything has to be the consistency of, like on the ends, or if what I'm doing is okay, but we're going to find out. There we go. Salt her up good. So the directions say do a second application of salt and let that go for another 24 hours, and that's what we're going to do. So all you do now is just take your hide here, want to go flesh to flesh, like so. Just going to brush off some of that extra salt. There you go. And now we're just going to roll her up tight. There we go. So there you have it, folks. This is our second step in the tanning process, homemade tanning or home tanning of BeaverPelt. That was first dried on a hoop, and now this is the second application of salt. And all I'm going to do here is use some cord. We'll tie her up nice and tight. Going to let this dry for another 24 hours, and then we're going to hopefully begin the actual tanning process with the solution, and that's probably where all the fun's going to begin. Okay, we'll see you in 24 hours. Bye.